Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, my vacuum is going off downstairs, but hello. Happy Monday. I am off work today because it is a federal holiday, so I get to enjoy a little bit of City of Skylines. I thought about Kingdom Hearts, and I thought about because I really want to keep playing Kingdom Hearts 2, but I haven't played City Skylines in like a week and a half or so, 2 weeks maybe. So I figured if I really want to stream Kingdom Hearts later, I'll just stream it later. How is the audio? Audio okay? Everything fine? Everything looking good? Also, for beverages today, ready? I have a pistachio and vanilla latte, courtesy of me, and then just my water. My partner has a fire going downstairs. It's nice and warm. I'm super happy. So we got some good things going on today. So I'm enjoying what's going on. Let's switch this music up. This is not the alt rock I was really looking for. Let's do grunge. Ooh, not quite. What do we want? What is Dixieland? I don't know. Ooh, we can do circus and fanfare amusement park. What the heck is psychedelic pop? Music's a little loud. Alright, I'll turn it down. Give me 1 second to figure out what I want to listen to, and then I'll turn it down. Give me a second. Let's do some alt pop. Alright, how's that? Is that better? Okay. So I've made some small tweaks off screen. So if you remember last time, I did a little bit of a Discord stream and we did some decorating of the high school, and we did there's still a lot of decorating that needs to be done in the area. I need to go through and put lots of pathways in and some fences and stuff, but I think we did a pretty good job filling out some of these areas. One of the other things I did, and I did this quickly on the last stream, move my microphone a little bit. I did this quickly on the last stream, but I made an interchange. However, I went back and spent some time actually making this interchange. Is it perfect? No. Is it good enough? Yes. Does it function? Yes. It needs some tweaking, but I think for what it is, I'm happy with it. I just need to make sure. Let me go here really quick. So I don't want them to be able to make a U-turn. But it's not really look like that's an option. I also haven't seen anybody do a U-turn here. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so I think this really does exactly what I want it to, right? Which is allow industrial traffic to come this way and across down this main road here. And then up into the industrial district, so it's not just one way in, one way out, and potentially alleviating some of this traffic, which I can probably upgrade this road to be something a little bit bigger. Because right now it's a one lane each direction, which is a little small. But yeah, so that allows, this is a two lane, two-way this way, and I have a nice interchange here, so people can come off this way into the industrial district, or make a right. They can also get back on. They can cross over, get on either direction, and did a little bit of lane mathematics here. So I'm not too upset by it. I think it'll be fine. I can imagine it backing up a little bit, but I think once the traffic gets used to having two different ways to get on and off the highway, hopefully this will alleviate a little bit of pressure from here. But let's go through and see if I can update this. So it's a 4U. Now I do believe I have some 4-lane smaller ones. 4U wide, so 2U wide, 3+ lane. So if I really wanted to stick with this size, I could just upgrade it to this kind of 4-lane right here. It looks like I shouldn't have that many issues with... Like, that'll be a problem, but I can just anarchy that. So what do you think? Should we do a smaller 2U that fits here, or just go ahead with this 4U road that already kind of exists there? I'm also going to across the city encourage biking. And I'll put some biking lanes in there as well. And let's see. So we're getting close at 8,000 population just in this area, which is really impressive. That'll give us a college, and I think the rest of the specializations. Get a metro. Yeah, so we'll get a lot of stuff at this next level. I don't think we have enough housing in this area to get to that next level, but we're getting close. Let's take a look at our... Turn this a bit. There we go. Let's take a look at our education. So elementary school, we have 3 of them. We got 1 high school. They have the ability to go to university, but I'm not quite ready to put one in there. And we have 9 library users. I feel like libraries don't actually ever pull that many people, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Alright, well, it doesn't seem like you guys really have an opinion on what road you want me to use, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do... upgrade this. And let's go ahead and just make it bigger. I'm going to hit pause in the off chance that something gets messed up. Okay, so that's going to destroy the fencing there. So for that one, because I don't want to have to redo the fencing, I'll go ahead and put a smaller one there. Oops, and I forgot this little guy right there. And I'll kind of keep that fencing. Perfect. Alright, so that one still looks good. That crosses, that's a mess until I hit go. Alright. I'm gonna have to find a better way. People are still preferring to walk over to the industrial district, even though I have a bus route. Which I think is interesting. I mean, this is a busy bus route, but people are using it. I might need to update our transit too. But some of the things I really wanted to do just while we are just kind of doing is I want to finish this. I think that there's a lot that we can do here, and I think moving, like, we have a bakery over here. So I think moving some of the production plants over to this area. And if you look, we have a train line. And I think that that train line will give us some access to move goods that isn't the highway. Now, I was looking at this train route before I went live, and so this train line exits the city directly. So, excuse me, that's a great export line. If you go back down here, back to where I'd want to put it, it crosses paths over. So that would be interesting to see. Again, because trains are not necessarily my strong suit, I do know that a lot of times I like to have an internal line for passengers and an external line for import and export of goods. So we're going to have to see how it goes. But these will split off. So one will go up and out. This one, and then before it splits, it'll go out this way. So like that's a freight train. So it's going to be super interesting to see how that goes, because I don't want cargo to get too backed up so passengers can't do their passenger thing. But we'll see. Oh, this is like a really cute little... I love all the little things in here that Teddy put. Like this little bridge. Walking bridge. There's a cemetery here. Very cute. Okay. So I think let's go ahead, and what I'm actually going to do to start is I'm going to get a train line going, and we're going to upgrade and add a train line. Because we do have like an industry road already kind of being built here because of our recycling. But I do want to put a train line. Well, I can't put trains yet because I'm an idiot and forgot I have to unlock it. So never mind. We're going to increase our population and our industry area. So a lot of these, not enough buyers for products. So what we're going to do is I'm going to continue down just a little bit of putting in some more industry. And then we'll put on this very last edge over here, we'll put some more storage facilities and some more processing plants. What's up, Bjorn? We'll put some processing plants and some stuff like that over on this edge until I can unlock a train, because I didn't think about that. All right, so I think one of the big things that I remembered, so this is a prop. However, these cotton are actual buildings, which I think is pretty nice. I don't know where it's hidden in all of my stuff. But we have these fields that can take up some space as well. So I'm going to put one down, and then we're going to work our line this way, all the way across. All right. So this will help me build some different things. I think in here I'm going to put some houses, some small little... Oh, God, that bloom. Some houses. Let's see. I just don't want the road length there. There we go. So I can add some houses in here. Let's see. Let's go to the country, the cities, and whatever. Hold on. DLC. Countryside. There we go. All right. So let's see what we got here. Apologize for that bloom, because dang, that's rough. It's a 1x1. That's really small. It's kind of like a Japanese look to it, which is really interesting with that style of roof. All right, let's find a 3x3. Oops, 3x3. Stick right there, and a 2x3. All right, so we have some houses here, and I'll get a couple barracks. Cool. Let's get a 1 by whatever. That's a 1 by 1. That's a 1 by 1. 1 by 1. 1 by 1. 1 by 1. All right, little 1 by 1 there. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. It's so little. I just feel like you don't see that slant of roof very often, at least in the United States. For me, that reads very Japanese, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I see a lot of that style of sloping roof in Japanese architecture. Alright, is there anything in the mountain village? No, because that's all non. We'll just go back to countryside. Alright. See what else we got. Oh, yeah, because that's a path. Okay. So let's get a couple by 4s in here and just see if I can. There we go. Fill in a little bit of the space. Perfect. All right. A little more housing there. I do believe we have a lot of cattle. I'm not convinced that we really need more cattle at the moment. Oh my gosh, that's huge. Oh, it's so funny because where the building is, you see that? So I'm actually not overlapping until there. Oh, that's funny. And then let's see. You know what? Oh, those are facing the same way. Hold on. Let me flip this around. There we go. No Mercy. I was also thinking that gives me slight Asian vibes. It really does. And again, no big deal. It just doesn't scream. I mean, I guess I can't necessarily say I'm only building American architecture, but I mean, that's what I'm used to seeing. All right, let's put a large grain silo here. And then, can I put a large fruit field? Not without having to shift this road. Which is fine. Well, hold on. I say that, but then I would like to put things on multiple roads to spread out some of the, almost called it aggro, but you know what I'm trying to say. What are those? Pears? Pears work fine. Do I have any music going? Now it's really quiet. I don't know what I want to listen to, but apparently whatever it is not hitting right now. What is Space Age Pop? I don't know, but it's like 6 songs. There we go. Okay, so man, I don't mind the rain, but that glare is rough. Let's stick another. Can I stick another barracks right here? Oh, you know what I don't have is like a farm maintenance building anywhere. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the farm maintenance building. Oops. Right there. Keep this farm maintained. Because it's about to get real big. The one benefit of these XL fields is that I can fill up a lot of this empty space with just these fields. Which is nice. And because they're buildings, you don't really lose too much of that texture. Like when you get up to here, you start to, because these are decals technically, or props. When you get too far up, you start losing those. Which kind of sucks, but I understand. Alright, let's put a pear tree down. Alright, fill that out a little bit. And then I don't know really what to put in here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, this is why. So because there's not a lot of places for storage, everybody's coming here. So that's why I want to put more storage down on this end. For right now, I'm going to leave it be. I guess, what if I just put another barn there for right now? I'm going to leave it be for the moment because we are going to be fixing that. It just needs, I'll put 3 barns. Look at that. Ugh. 2 blues next to each other. What are we doing here? Okay, is there red? Is it just red and blue? I guess it's just red and blue. Okay, what if we just make them all blue instead then? Oh no, green. Okay. So I have a red, a blue, and a green. What's up, Geezer? How are you? It may be that they're importing to fill a take to like 50% currently. Maybe. But all of these were at one point screaming that there weren't enough buyers. And so as soon as I put these down, we ended up at this disaster. Because let's be honest, this is a disaster. We're going to leave it be and we're going to keep going. Because I want to finish this little area up. Alright. So I think a really important thing is having... I think I need to have some ways for goods to be processed. Right, so we have flour mill, so that'll take crops. But I think I wanted to move down a little bit so I can actually put places for crops to be held. Beep. Put a small barn there that can hold crops. And then we will fill in this little area with some matching trees to that guy. If I can find it. This one? Perfect. The size difference is pretty wild, which is really funny. And just because I'm spending a little bit of time in this area... Oh. Let's take some benches. Alright, let's see. I got some chats going on here. Chris says, nearly forgot YouTube. Yep, I am on both. Once again, I am concurrently streaming City Skylines. It's the one game that I do that with. No mercy. We had so much snow all of a sudden today. It was raining pretty heavily all night. And then in the morning, heavy rain turned into heavy snow. Got like 1 to 2 feet over the course of the day. So the only sensible thing, and bought myself some cereal and milk. How did you get out in the snow if it was snowing that bad? Oh my god, this is ridiculous. This is insane. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's a very busy farming district, but like, holy cow. Get some cattle in here. Let's make these Highland cows. It'll fill out here in a second. And we'll put some bush clusters. Perfect. Look at it. So beautiful. And then I'm actually going to just... Oh, police station. Let's take a look at this. Library, fire department. What does our fire coverage look like at the moment? Not terrible. Our police coverage, not as good. All right, funny enough, I'm gonna stick just a little small police station out here. Because it does kind of fit. Because you're kind of in the midst of all these farmland. Little baby police department. Make everyone happy. No Mercy said, I had one of my appointments today anyway, so I didn't really have a choice. It's just crazy to me because, like, everything shuts down here. When it snows, like everything. And so the fact that you guys still had like any semblance of, I'm gonna put an elementary school over here, that you guys had anything open is just like insane to me. Like everything shuts down here. Ooh, this town hall is cute. Let's put this over here. I will figure that out in a hot minute. Public market. Sure, very cute. General store. Sure, very cute. We'll decorate that out. All right, now we're into residences. All right, we'll just start plopping these down. Because again, I need to build out some population. I need to build out some workers. Four by 4. Let's get some 2x2s out here. And this will help me get some of those workers that I need to continue to make this farm a working farm. Chris, so just like Deutschbahn, 1 centimeter of snow and nothing is running anymore. No Mercy, I live more or less in the mountains. If we shut down because of snow, we'd be pickled in winter. And then the Deutschbahn doesn't need snow to mess itself up. No Mercy, you'll think this is funny. I've been really wanting to play Sims recently. I think the hardest thing is, like, I stream twice a week, and I feel like I don't necessarily have a ton of time to play other video games. And I've been wanting to play Sims so badly because they have some new DLCs that are out, and I want to give them a shot. However, I just saw the funniest thing is EA, imagine this, got caught just reskinning. So they just redid a like a royalty medieval pack, and they got caught basically just reskinning things that were available in other packs. So like, big shock. This definitely does not fit in because of the colors. That's super weird. Let me see if I can change those. And so it like makes me mad because it's like, there we go. They basically were like, yeah, we're gonna just give you nothing out of this. And some of like the interactions are really cool, and some of the things like it makes me still kind of want the pack because I'm EA's best friend sometimes. But yeah, so I've been really wanting to play Sims, but I don't necessarily feel like I have the time because it's like on Mondays I stream, Tuesdays I play D&D, Wednesdays I go to the gym, Thursdays I either go to the gym now or Fridays I go to the gym. And if I don't go Thursday, I go Friday, and then I go to gym again on Saturday, and then Sunday is also D&D. And so it's like I feel like I have no time to play video games because, again, boohoo, first world problem. But I feel like I would just be wasting my whole life away if I just sat down and played nothing but video games for, you know, ever. Because it's like there are things I want to do. Like I want to watch TV, and I want to, you know, read. All right, I'm putting a little elementary school here. I thought about... I might change that. Hold on. All right, I have a cute idea. Move this, move this, move this, move this. Okay, hold on. Okay. So we're going to make this kind of a little kind of center of town area. Maybe. I wouldn't mind being able to play video games the whole day. F work. Exactly. I wish I could play video games the whole day too, man. But we just can't. Guys. Alright then. Anyway, I think I'm going to turn this into a cute little, like, area of town. Because this is where we're going to start getting into some more of the, storage of goods and in and out and processing. So I want to kind of introduce that idea here a little bit. So where is my town hall? So I think in the center here, I kind of want the town hall. And so I think introducing, let me see, 1160, so just under 600. So we got, I don't know, 560. That's close. 560, 600. Yeah, so this is gonna be as close as we're gonna get. So let's take this. We're gonna do that. I think this is the no parking, which is a 2-lane road with sidewalks. Okay. Supports low traffic without parking. So this is a little town hall, and we're gonna decorate it with some. Well, first we'll put a little kiosk here. So we'll decorate this little area up for a hot minute. I love these little clocks. They're so cute. And honestly, it might be time for us to start rethinking our bus routes. Just so we can get some traffic down this way. But I would like... I know I've seen this fencing, so I need to find that now. Small field. Oh my gosh. This pack is very cute. I like this little timber bench. Okay, but I swear I've seen this kind of wall before, but maybe I'm crazy. I don't think I am, but I definitely could be. No, right here. Okay, so that just like didn't show up when I was looking for it the first time in the actual. Love that. Alright, so we're gonna put fencing mode on. Maybe not. We're gonna place it naturally. Let's do. We're playing the It's Good Enough game. I wish I could turn that blue light, the blue line off. It's driving me nuts. I mean, to be fair, so is the bloom, but the bloom I can at least see kind of what I'm doing. Old geezer. Out in the country is a different story, though, as there's a lot of flat country and the wind creates blizzards that are unbelievable. 100% agree with that, Greg, because I think the crazy part is that even if it's not snowing, that wind just picks up all of the loose stuff and it just is, like, wild. That's one of the things I've kind of seen here is not like necessarily the blizzards, but you get some of the, like, the wind just picks up and then all of a sudden you're like, dang, okay, it's like, it's crazy. Let me back this guy off a little bit. Chris, I'm still working on my big lottery run from time to time. I always joke that if I were to win the lottery, there's a lot of things I would do. But one of the things I would definitely do is put together some sort of, like, convention just for, like, all of the people I've met for City Skylines and just be like, hey, we're going to go out here and we're going to go to some other country and we're just going to party, all expenses paid. You know? Like, pay for your own food, but, like, I'll pay for, like, the block of rooms and I'd pay for, like, you know, travel. Like, that would just be ideal. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just, like, one big LAN party. Anybody else watching the Olympics? I am watching snippets of the Olympics. I am not watching the Olympics in its totality. Alright, so let's go ahead. I think I've been watching some, like, all the crazy scandals, though. Like, some of these scandals are insane. I'm glad to work from home so I can watch. What sport have you been watching mainly, Chris? So what I'm really hoping doesn't happen, but what I am afraid is going to happen, is that because this is paved, people are going to, like, run through it and, like, use it as a pass-through, because it's technically faster. So we're going to hope that that doesn't happen. But I'm sure it will. Alright, let's add a node here. I'll add one there. Hope you're not getting too motion sick. I have a node there. Please let me connect. Nope. Does not like that node, which I don't necessarily disagree with, but it's just infuriating. Chris says the ice channel ones, luge, bobsled, monobob, ice hockey, curling looks cool. Curling is pretty cool. I like curling. Okay, so that'll create a one-way traffic loop, which will be kind of nice. No Mercy says if that happens, use TMPE to reduce speed limits. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick this school in here. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to not have that be one way. I don't know how I want to do this. It's not perfect, but I think it's kind of cute. It's good enough. Because then this runs off this main roadway. We have a nice school right there. And then I'm going to throw in just a little bit of parking. Throwing that lot there, adds a little bit of parking. And we'll put some small trees. Separate the space a little bit. We'll kind of do this all the way around, because this will separate that whole space. From the space around it. Kind of add some nice distinction between this kind of city-owned parcel of land that's being used as public works. And, well, that's not really public works, but, you know, like a town center with a school, and then the general farming area. Yes, Greg, don't double touch. It's been insanity. If you have not had the chance to see the ridiculous, just like cheating scandals and claiming that people are double touching things at curling, and it's just like a really wild and ridiculous, like, come on, guys, seriously. But anyway, highly recommend taking a look at it. It's been a pretty insane Olympics, along with what was happening with like the ski jumping and like the men putting acid in their groins to make their costumes, their outfits looser, and what's her name that broke her leg, and the horrible, was it the guy in the Netherlands who had the horrible hockey injury? So Chris, you can double touch the handle, you cannot double touch the rock. That's where the whole argument was, like Canada was poking, both the men and the women were touching the granite. You can't touch the granite ever. You can tickle the puck if you want the entire way, as long as you don't touch the granite. But it's because they were touching the actual granite that the issue arose. Anyway, it's been a wild Olympics, and it just makes me kind of bummed because I feel like... Oh, and then the dude who, like, cheated on his girlfriend, that was a wild one. But, you know, it kind of just, like, bums me out. It's like, come on, guys. You are on a national stage, international stage here. You should be on your best behavior. Greg, I saw a meme on Reddit that showed God touching the rock. Yeah, I know which meme you're talking about. That was a good one. Alright, so we have a little seating area here. We have a public market. It says, the local market is where local goods are exchanged and gossip shared. Decide yourself which is more important. Alright, and then let's put this general store. I want it... Okay, I'm gonna have to slide it down. I don't know, man. In my opinion, if you cheat, you don't deserve a gold medal. Sorry. Don't cheat. Alright, let's take a road back this way. Oh, too long. It's like the whole reasons why like the Russians haven't been able to compete in a ridiculous amount of Olympics is because of political turmoil and cheating scandals, and that's why Russian Olympians were allowed to compete under the Olympic flag, and it's just been like, come on, guys. Come on. Okay. Other than the fact that now all these trees are in there, I'm going to actually just have to scoot this up because I don't want to have to move the trees. It's faster for me to move the parking lot. Good enough. I guess I will move these trees. Meep, meep, meep. Okay, look at that. Have a nice little kind of square for a little town stuff. Maybe I'll stick a park right here. Let's see. Because I already have... I don't think there's anything else in this countryside. Police station. I guess there's like a little library. There's also a high school. Medical center. High school. I don't know. I can put the high school there. I don't know. High school? I go to high school. I can put... I already got the town hall. Oh, man. I don't know that it needs a high school. Because that would be, like, super weird to, like, not have the same stuff as the high school over there has. But... what if I put... medical center, doctor... Okay. There's the tiny medical center. And then I'll just put a park. Plazas. It'll be too big. Man, I forget how big some of these are. Yeah, okay, there's not really a park here that's gonna fit. Random Japanese gardens. A little tourism park in here, maybe. Tiny park, okay. Park with birches, that's really big. This is like a nice sized park. Can got like a cafe. We'll put a tourist park in here though. Oh, dang it, it's facing the wrong way. Meep. Alright, so this one has little stalls. This one has a souvenir shop. That's kind of weird. I like the first one better because it... Well, no. Actually, I hate them all. I kind of hate them all. I kind of... I kind of hate them all. I guess we'll just... I don't know. We're going to just pretend that it's more like a farmer's market than a tourist trap. Alright. So I've made this nice little area here. Okay. So let's kind of finish up one more row of farming. And then we'll go pretty hard into... into the actual industrial area part of this. Because I think really I see a lot of this becoming houses. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't put the fencing there. We'll go through and we'll put fencing in it. Actually, we'll just put fencing now. Put our farm fencing down. Did I use nature reserve? Is that what I did? No, I did the actual farm fencing. There it is. Okay, let's put our actual farm fencing down. There we go. So then this farm will be owned by these people. Kind of there. I guess we have workers' barracks here, so I can't put too much fencing. Oops. There we go. Could I use the market stall buildings from green cities instead of the ones I don't like? I kind of want to park there because I want people to go out and be at the park. What I don't like is the fact that it's like a tourist trap, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, so this is one farm, and then the rest, all of this is owned by these people. So let's put another set of fencing down here. All the way. Do. And then this already kind of has fencing, but I'm going to turn off my snapping here. maybe not. So that'll have fencing there. We'll just leave it. Oops, did I put... No, your house is over there. Okay. Meep. And your house is there. And your house is there. And your house is there. Perfect. All right. All right, so that's kind of fenced in there to mark off this is their land. And then we have the nice little town center here, which hopefully will actually allow for some of the pedestrians, instead of walking all the way into town to go to school or to do whatever, they can pop over here. How's my high school doing? Okay. All right, so let's do one more. I think I'm gonna do just I'm just gonna probably do fake fields, because I honestly don't think that I need any more actual industry in this area. I don't know. Crap. I mean, I guess if I'm going to go for it, I might as well do real ones, right? If I'm going to... Oh my gosh, this thing is huge. Like, if I'm going to spend the time to put stuff in here, I might as well put stuff that's going to kind of work a little bit. Alright, let's go back here, see what I got. Alright, so putting this here, let's put our last row and do a mixture between actual working and fake working. I'm going to run it across, and we're going to end it there. And then that leaves kind of some of this. I don't know, man. We'll see how this goes. Because, I mean, this farm, it's a very, very large set of farms. But, I mean, when you're actively trying to grow and feed and produce... You need a lot of farms and spaces. Okay, so I'm gonna put a milking parlor there. That's gonna be a little close. Let's see. They're gonna complain about noise pollution, but if I move it here, there's not any houses. It's kind of the same thing if I move it there. It's so funny because it's not like, you know, they live on a farm or anything. But I digress. Alright, let's change these guys to pigs. 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 Get some pork going in this town. Instead of just cows. There we go. Why is my farm making weird farm noises? Exactly. I think if you're gonna complain, then you have issues. Oh my gosh, look at all the cows! They're stuck! Farmer doesn't care. Come on, Betsy. Come on, Betsy. Gotta get up, Betsy. Come on. There he goes. There she goes, because it's a milking parlor. All right, fill in this empty space with some apple trees. There we go. That was dangerous for the regime. She was contemplating freedom there for a hot moment. Can't have that. Nope, Betsy's got to get right back in there. She's not allowed to escape. Oh, that's going to be just too small. That's a bummer. That's all right. See, now I'm comfortable after putting just a little bit more stuff in here to go ahead and fill this in with some fake fields. Oh, man, those poppies are a little long. That's okay. I got 4x4. Got some 4x4 cornfields too, 4x4 vegetable fields. I'll put some vegetable fields the other direction. I'm actually really excited for summer because I love when we get thunderstorms. Sucks for my job. However, I very much enjoy them on a personal level. Alright, what do I want to put right here? Okay, that actually is really kind of cool looking, these. I should probably put some ends on the field, though. Cotton field, cornfield, or these veggie fields. Whoop. Only like vegetable fields have ends. That's kind of a bummer. That's okay though. They look fine. I like them. They look cool. Maybe I can put just a couple small things of barracks here. A little big. I'll put a couple small little 1x1 houses. 1x1s. Well, that's a 4x4. 1x1. I at some point am going to get off. I still got time. It's only been like an hour. But I am going to, I think I'm making some curry tonight. I got bread that needs to be made. I got some laundry that needs to be done. Okay. Now we're going to stick just a couple fields of those XL fields. Oh, you know what? We're going to do that. I like this one because it's long, but not too big. Cool. And then what if I actually turned this around? Ooh. Oh my goodness, come on. You know what? I'd rather this be lined up properly. So we're gonna do that. Perfect. Look, it's filled out. It's looking great. And once I get a stupid train in here, I'll be even happier. Look at that. Look at that. Unfortunately, my day off turns into a day for me to do all my chores type of thing, you know? Ah, beautiful. Alright, stick a fence around it. Curries sound lovely. It's not gonna be, it's actually really funny. It's not for dinner tonight. It's so I can have food this week. We're doing like a no spend week. Where it's like we're not spending any money except for like necessities. Oh no, all the trees. Cause like I've already gone grocery shopping. So it's just like a way for us to reset our spending habits to make sure that we're being like the most fiscally responsible people we can be sometimes. And that's this week. So we are making sure that we are not eating out. We're not, you know, all this other stuff. So I am making sure I have plenty of food for the week for my lunches, so I'm not tempted to go out. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna hit a quick save. And we're going to get... Ooh, lighting. We're gonna get some industry going in here. So we're gonna need... I know we're gonna need some warehouses. Let's see if we have any unique factories. So I already have the bakery. I don't know at this moment... Perfect. I don't know if at this moment I really want to move the bakery over, because the way that I have this working right now is it's baked there and it goes and stored there. So I'm okay not moving the bakery over here for right now. Let's see what else I got. I'm not currently making glass. I'm not currently making plastic. Not currently making plastic. So what I'm saying is I need to go, oh, excuse me, that I need to go and make some plastic here. Alright, so we're gonna do some warehouses, and then I think we're gonna put like another flour mill in here. So I need a slaughterhouse. Why is this only on one side here? That's super weird that that was one side only. I hate when that accidentally gets put on. Okay. Okay, hold on. So something I do need to do here before I put too much effort into building this industry area is I need to complete this square. So I need to put the road here. Delete these trees. I need to run this major road around the outside. So that way we can complete this in and out of this area. So the real question is do I feel the need... Ooh, that's not straight. Do I feel the need to do something with this railroad, or am I happy with it going through? I think for the fact that this is kind of a more rural area, I don't imagine that there would be a whole lot of up or down of this particular rail station. What happened here? Did that happen before or after I did that? Let's take a look. Oh, it was already like that. All right, then. So we're going to have to shift this up a little bit because that's quite the drop. A level crossing should be good. Yeah, except for... Could you imagine having to make that... Oh. Just super interesting to me. Yeah, that's just... So I think... I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to lower it down to... I don't know why this is raised like that. I don't necessarily think it's supposed to be. Need strong engines for your tractors. Yeah, I do. Okay, so now we're going to use my network multi-tool to make sure this is even. So let's set the slope that way. All right, much happier with that. What is up, Dink? How are you? Other than all of the fun stuff that's happening with you that I know about that we're not going to talk about on stream. Alright, well that did exactly the opposite of what I wanted to right there, which was brought that all back up. This is perfect chill vibes while I'm sick. I'm good, I'm glad. You still not feeling 100%? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're still sick. Alright, let's go ahead and delete again all of this. We'll do 2 level crossings here just to make sure. We are probably going to lose a little bit of these poppies. But the one thing I want to make sure is that I don't interrupt Grandma. I want Grandma's house to live. The poppies can go away. As I say that, I literally delete one of them. The poppies can go away if they need to, but dang it, Grandma's house is not. So we're gonna make sure, even if I have to update it, Grandma's house is not going anywhere. Hello, that one. I cannot tell if that is straight, so let's figure that out again. Okay, so that's straight there. Okay, so that kind of protects Grandma's house a little bit, and if anything, I'm actually going to deselect roads, and we're just gonna move all of Grandma's house just over. Because, you know, that's 100% realistic. It's just being able to pick up a house and move it. I already know I'm going to lose these poppies, so I'm actually going to go ahead and delete them for right now, and we'll fill that out in a minute. Okay, so that's a straight road. In order to make sure I'm actually connecting properly, drop that there. Perfect. Mostly. What am I doing here? That guy, and then all the way up to there. Beautiful. And then, in all honesty, I'm going to drop these back down a little bit. Oh, come on. Boop, boop. There we go. Beautiful. So we got some level crossings. And now it's a full, kind of full all the way around, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and add a couple more of these roads in and out then for traffic. So we'll do this one so it's straight across. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm really craving right now? And I know exactly why I'm craving it. I really want a bagel with cream cheese. Like an Einstein Brothers bagel. Double toasted cream cheese. Dink, need distraction from my real life stuff. I'm doing a bit better than yesterday. That's good. You and I have D&D together tomorrow, so we can always get on early and talk more if you need to. I don't remember sometimes these slopes being this bad. So I just don't, sometimes I think that it's just doing it. Like, to be fair, I know that I literally just... to train height. Oi. Drop that down. I think that's better. There just is some like weirdness with the terrain sometimes. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just not always exactly what I'm expecting. Okay, that's better. So we have a connection there. And we'll do a connection here. And again, I will fill some of these in with houses. Maybe I'll do some businesses. Maybe I'll do some fields. Let me see. What's my district at right now? Okay, so my district does include that, but that's okay. I'm not that worried about that. Perfect. Okay. So now we put this road all the way around. We don't have trains yet. So I can't do any trains until I like get another 4,350 people or something. Which is kind of a bummer. But it is what it is. And actually... render it. Nope, not render it. Visibility control? There we go. I wish it was further, but I understand why it's not. It's going to end up absolutely killing my computer. Also, my coffee is done, and I'm sad. I wish I had more. However, it is 2:30, and I'm not sure that another coffee would be in my best interest, unless you all think that another coffee would be in my best interest. Or maybe, I don't know, I can get a diet soda. I had a very yummy breakfast today, though. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually. So I made some really good, avocado toast. And that was delicious. Which is all I have eaten today. So I had avocado toast, which was delicious. And then I had some coffee. And I make, let's see, why not have another coffee? Chris, you're right. No Mercy says hot chocolate. You're on the right track, No Mercy. Maybe I'll make myself a mocha coffee. I don't know that I want hot chocolate right now. Because hot chocolate has like a very specific mood in my mind. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll give myself like 5 minutes to think about it. But let me tell you about this avocado toast I made today while I am figuring out everything that I want in this district. So, I like a slaughterhouse. Basically, this hot chocolate. Okay, just going over. I don't want that. Hello. That's why. There we go. So the avocado toast I made this morning. Okay, so I have this like really fancy artisan bread. So I had one piece of toast, and then I also had I mashed up some avocado with some lemon juice, and then I had cream cheese mixed with chili crisp, and then I put a little bit of honey drizzled on top for some sweetness. So it was bread, and then chili crisp mixed with cream cheese, and then a little drizzle of honey on top of that, and then salt and pepper. And then I put my avocado on top of that, and I topped it with some egg whites. So good. With, again, salt and pepper, because salt and pepper is life. Okay. Very, very delicious. I have a slaughterhouse. I have a flour mill. Let's put... warehouse with what? When did that happen? When did that one come in? Am I just... Industries DLC? Nah. That has to be new. Because I've literally never in my life seen this. What? Okay, so I have a medium. And probably another medium, because I'm going to need one for crops. I need 3, probably. Okay. In the very last update. Okay, I'm not insane then that I've never seen that before. Also, I do think for consistency, I will relocate the bakery over here along with this warehouse yard, which has unique items. Okay, so we have a slaughterhouse. So one of these will do animal products. One of these... Oh, we'll store flour, I guess. One of these will store... I guess crops is not an option, and because it's not zoned farming, I don't want to do that. So I guess we'll do unique factory products. And then this I'm going to empty so that way I can delete it. And then I'm gonna want some things that can hold crops. So I'm gonna want probably a couple large barns and a couple large grain silos. Okay. And we are going to say goodbye. Narrative vehicle, bot. Alright. Let's see how my music's going. Oh, yeah. You know what I would love? Okay. So let's go ahead then and make some one-way roads to help with this. Because we don't want them all in one place. So I want to make sure that the slaughterhouse goes with the one that has the animal products. And I also want to have a large barn with crops. Because it's basically going to be kind of this order. So it's going to be a one-way road going this way, of course, be over here. And it'll basically, crops go to the slaughterhouse, and then the slaughterhouse gives me animal products. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with the flour mill. So the flour mill needs crops. So we're going to make sure it goes barn, and silo in whichever order we so choose. And then we want the flour mill because, again, crops turn into the flour mill. And then the flour mill gives us flour. So then we want the flour to go into here. And then the flour, all of that ends up at the bakery. And then the bakery produces unique factory products, which are then exported. All right. So what I think I want is, I'm not opposed to this road being multi-way. However, I think I want... So we have to remember that we need one way up and one way down. It's going to be backwards, but we're going to flip it in a second. Oops. So this might not be enough room. So let's give this a shot. So the slaughterhouse. Perfect. So yeah, so let's go ahead and give me a little bit more room than that. So basically, I want them to be able to... Okay. I'm not opposed to this road being so close. I am going to, however... shift this in a little bit. I'll align it with some trees there a little bit. All right. So basically here, let's actually go ahead and pull this back just a smidge. Shift my music around a little bit. Let's see what we want. Perfect. Let's go pop rock. Again, why is everything Christmas? I don't want Christmas right now. There we go. Okay, so this looks a little tight, but basically they're going to be able to come in here, drop off crops, leave if they want. Or they can move crops to the slaughterhouse, or they can move the animal products to here. Now, the only problem that I can see with this that I might want to fix is, do I really want the trucks, if they need to get all the way to this warehouse, to have to go all the way here? Or do I go ahead and just make this a one-way road this way? I'm saying that, but I'm probably going to do this. Make this a one-way road this way. Because you want an in and an out road. And in reality, So let me redo this really quick so I can actually... Okay. Yeah, but that's gonna be really tight right there, so I don't think I want that there. Okay. Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit better here. So from this road, you want the same types of roads. So if you have one going one way to the right, you want one going one way to the left. If it's going down, you want an opposite going up. So I'm gonna shift all of these items around. But what this road right here does, I'm probably gonna do the same thing on this one, is it allows for an in and an out of both directions. So vehicles can come down here and start the loop here, or come this way and start the loop this way. These people can then end the loop by going that way, or they can end the loop by going that way, or continue the loop by going that way. And I think that will allow for some very good movement. Now, I don't want... Nope. I want that one to go left, one to go right. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I think I am right with this, though, is I think I want them to be able to access this on the main road. Without having to get in the loop if they don't want to. Yep, I have an innie and an outie. That is correct. 2 belly buttons. Okay. 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 So yeah, that leaves a little open space there that we'll figure out in a minute. But it still functions the same. They can come on this road. They can pick up from this slaughterhouse or from this container and keep going without having to go along this entire loop to pick it up. But what they can do is go up this loop, drop off the crops. And actually, I think I'm going to move these onto the side here. Because then they can go pick up, continue the loop. And I'm going to do that with all of these. Pick it up, continue the loop. Or if they want to function this loop, which is pick up or drop off crops, pick up or drop off crops, drop off crops, pick up animal products, and then continue that loop. That is what this loop allows. Now, what I don't want to happen that I'm now thinking of is the entrance to this place is literally right here. Okay. So I know that these guys are both facing this way, so that won't be a problem. Sure, it makes a little bit of a funky noise right here, but what I don't want is I don't like that. And that just feels like a funky interchange to me. So by having that there... Sure, I end up with a weird space there. But I think that actually makes this a smoother interchange. Right there. So let's put a rock. It's a big rock. It's also a big rock. Oh, put a rock in the middle of the road. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. And there's definitely some more decoration I want to do in this area, right? I want to line some of these pastures, and I want to do some little stuff in there. But I'm not going to do that today. That, again, will probably be one of those, you know, stream on Discord type of situations. Take a drink of water. All right, so we have one loop done. I don't know what I want right here. Because I don't want them to have to do the loop. So... Do I just leave it? I don't want just a cattle shed. That doesn't make any sense. The only other option I could see... is putting just a little bit of plain industrial zoning in here, but make it the farm. Fill out some of this space a little bit. And it won't fill out completely until I end up with a train. But this would allow me to get some farm kind of zoning weirdness in here. Fill out some of that space. Of course, I don't have any industrial needs at the moment. Alright, so let's do the same thing here. So we're going to take this guy and this guy. We're going to move him over there. And we're going to make this one a wee bit smaller. I don't know that I want it that small, but we'll see. Oh, but see, so this is going to be interesting because... Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna put another down over here. So this is all one way, then this doesn't have a duplicate. And I'm just gonna run them next to each other. It's alright. We'll move this here for right now. Get a flower. Remove our flour mill. Okay. So again, I end up with this kind of weird... Man. Roads! So I have a one way that goes this way. I have one that goes that way. I have one that comes down. I have one that goes up. Problem is technically this should be a down, but that's not going to work. Because I have this. I mean, I guess I could make this go either way. Because the way that this would work now is they would drop or pick off the flower. So you got the crops here, but then the only way for them to drop the crops off at the flower would be for them to go all the way around, all the way down this way and back up. Now, my concern if I make this go either way is I don't want... Well, there's really... Okay, hold on. So maybe I do want this. Because they can go up this way. In order for them to come down this way to drop anything off, they'd have to come this way anyway. We're going to make that either way, and we're going to see how it goes. I'd prefer to have it... Dang it, I prefer to have it up, though. Man, what a pain one-way roads are. Alright, we're gonna do that. We're gonna see how that goes. But I'm gonna end up with the same issue over here. This will be super interesting. Industrial areas have never really been my specialty. Big rocks, man. I'm just gonna decorate with some rocks so I don't have to think about it. Nothing wrong with having it like this. I know it's just driving me nuts because I'm afraid that we're going to end up really overcrowded here. But I think that's okay for this particular instance. So... okay, so I've ended up a little bit too short there. Okay, I'm not opposed to this way because what this does then here is they go up this way, they pick it up, and then they can go to the right and go down this way. Now the bigger problem is going to be if I want to do it like that. But that doesn't necessarily need to be one way. Like, technically, no. None of this needs to be one way. But I think the one way will really help with the traffic. Okay, so these guys are on that road, which is fine. Alright. We're gonna give this a shot and see how this functions. I think it's gonna function okay. Honestly, because we have in and out of both ways. We got all the way up this way and then to basically any direction. A lot of this is going to be used for train once we get the train station. This I need emptied because I want it. I want to be able to delete it, but I don't want to lose all those products. I also think we're going to just kind of load this area up with some farming. Alright, No Mercy said only one way to find out. It's true. It's gonna be a little bit before these pop in because I don't have any need for industry. But I think that this will really help. Kind of not enough buyers for products, as it'll end up kind of going all the way down to this area, and we'll be able to fill that up. Now, I think what I really want to do here is fill some of this up with housing. So sure, yeah, it'll suck. They're living along this major road that's being used for industrial travel. But, like, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to be okay with that. The other thing I'm gonna do is put a road right here. So this is definitely going to cause a lot of traffic, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a net positive, a lot of traffic. I am going to also just stick a couple small little markets here in the corners. Kind of give us a little bit of commercial in this area. And then we got a train track. All right. Really quick, how's my water looking? Fine. How's my electricity looking? Fine. This will start to fill out eventually. Oh my god, look how busy it is. And this is insane to me that they're all electing to go... Like, where are these guys going? They're all returning to... Okay, so they're kind of circling right now into this area. Right, they're going to their barns. Because I did put storage throughout this area. So I think what I'm going to do to speed this up here is let's switch this. TMPE. Supposed to be a left and straight, and that's a right only. So that should help, except for that guy. Speed this turn up. Oh my god. Oh, that's really funny, because this is a one-way only. Hold on. I'm an idiot. There. Straight, left, and right. Upgrade that there. That should help. Okay, so that should help that a little bit. See, where are these guys going? Okay, so that guy's making a U-turn, which is nice. Now I'm trying to figure out again. Okay. The initial run, it'll calm down once the warehouses balance out a little bit. I agree. The fact that these are already like 53% full is insane to me. And this is about empty, which will be great. So I'd like this to be empty. I want no filling of it. There we go. Alright, that one's empty. Alright. So everything hopefully should calm down in this area. Crossing my fingers. That doesn't look bad. It just looks traveled, which I don't think is an issue. It's red, but there's like no actual traffic. Anxious people slow down. Okay. So then along this side, do I put more houses? I was going to put some more just like fake fields. So I'm going to put some fake fields here. Which I actually think will look really nice. Get some flower fields in there. And then along the outside, put some blooming jacarandas. A little too close. Still a little too close. we go. Look at that. I will need to quickly adjust some of the colors of these, but that's okay. Do I though? I think it's fine. So I think I could do that one, and then we'll turn this one into that red. Which means I want this one to turn into that red. Look at that! It's actually a pretty nice little district. It's very big. It's very large. We do need some more housing to really help, and we got, you know, it's like so funny. It's like not enough workers, but This is what it is. They can get over it. But I think it looks nice. Alright, let's check out how this industrial area is doing. I think it's doing okay. Other than like this kind of can be a little messy here. But in my opinion, the easiest way to fix that is to shift it to a stop sign. Or a stoplight. Actually, the easiest way would be to turn it into a roundabout in this game, but... So honestly, I think our industry needs are great here. I think they're fine. The question is... Do I want to try and run this road? Underneath here. I actually think that works great because then that'll expand the capability of this district to for me to be able to basically well, that'll be interesting. Let's see. How do I want this? I think that'll be okay. Perfect, no. Is it good enough? Yes. Alright. So, the other issue I'm kind of seeing, other than the fact there's not enough workers, because I need to put in some more housing. Is our public transit and some walkability. So I think what I might do is let's go ahead and make a pedestrian bridge or two. Want to make sure that everything can pass underneath it. Okay, so a camper van can. Alright, those can. Alright, that looks like good enough. You hope those nodes won't break being that close. They seem okay. They're actively working at the moment. I mean, I can spread them out, but then I have like this weird... That's not terrible. The other option is for me to just... I think that'll end up being better because I'm not necessarily okay. I'm not necessarily afraid they're gonna break now. It's just a weird curve. I think once I get trains, this will be a whole new ball game. But anyway, let's get this path worked out here. I want it to be... That's such a weird... I want it to be the other side. Let me pull this out a little bit. Okay, let's do a create connection. See what happens. Whoa! I want... I don't want to loop. I just want a connection. Like, can I make those any smaller? Holy cow. Oh my gosh, this is just kind of ridiculous here. Might just have to do it manually. Which I don't really mind, but I was kind of seeing if I could do it any easier than that. Like, why does it have to connect on that one? Why can't it connect over here? It's just so beyond obnoxious. Like, sometimes it is what it is, man, I guess. Not arrange that line. I want this one. Timothy, it's industrial area, so there's a good reason to eliminate sharp 90-degree curves. Like, I mean, I guess this is fine. Might need another node in there. Alright. Not perfect, but good enough, right? That's quite the slope, but it should be okay. Good enough. I meant the road, the pedestrian overpass is fine. Yeah. I knew that you meant in this area. I'm mostly mad that this is not exactly how I wanted it to look, but it is what it is, so we're just gonna deal with it. And then if I'm smart, I will also run it. Oops. You know, it's like you end up in this position where you're like, oh, I really want it to look one particular way, and then you like just can't get it to do that. That's just me right now. But that's okay. Okay, so 8% slope. I might be able to actually drop this whole thing down a little bit. Maybe just a smidge, and that might help me with my slopage. Alright, I'm much happier with the 7%. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just a neat freak. It's fine. Okay, so hopefully that'll help not everyone want to walk there. I'm sure there's people going that way. What I do need to do is add some bike lanes. Alright, you know what I might do? As much as I don't necessarily like an underpass for a pedestrian path. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for this particular one. I say, well then actively hating the way it looks. What are we doing here, folks? Whew, that's quite the drop there. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do an underpass here because, that's very, very steep. But people were immediately using it. So let's go ahead and do one more overpass. That was mostly fun. It's fine. They're happy to take that drop. It's like a roller coaster, right? What am I like here? What's that clearance look like? Not enough. Okay. That clearance should be good enough. But not that clearance. S'mores Emporium! Where are they going? They're going to the ice cube factory. S'mores doesn't even like ice cubes. Oh, exporting goods. Okay. S'mores doesn't really like ice cubes. He thinks they're weird. Alright, so, oh, yep, let's add a giant road. No, again, I always get a little nervous because, like, technically if a car just, like, misses, they're gonna take out this whole pedestrian path. So I might put up, like, a barrier there, like a sound barrier. Just because, like, in real life, that's quite the, that's just kind of quite the scary situation. Oh, 12%. Okay. Let's not do 12% there. Oh my god. Press tab to change loop, press enter to create. What if I did... It's like, if I could pick which side of the friggin' thing they got to do. Whatever. Doesn't do as well on paths as it does on roads. That's my opinion anyway, unless I'm just dumb, which is a good possibility. I'd like to add this. It's just like not. I'm just gonna scream at some point. Personally. Okay. Best to do it manually, No Mercy says. Alright. I need one more node in here. Okay, but that looks terrible. They boink into a pillar, pedestrians are also going to be in trouble. Yes, it's true. But I feel like they're less likely to boink into a pillar than they are to, like, go, oh crap, and then, like, I don't know. I've seen people do weird ass stuff, man. Alright. So at least looking a little better here. Alright, that looks a little bit better. 6%. Not too bad. Make sure these are sloped. Much better. Other than that weird angle, but it is what it is. Oh, good enough. Good enough. Alright, so that should help alleviate some pedestrians from over here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some bike paths. And then we'll probably call it a day. So we got 4 lane with bike, 6 lane with bike. I don't want that, so for right now, 4 lane road decorative. Do I want grassy median or do I want trees? Let's do some trees. I selected trees and I'm literally just getting... Oh, it's because they're raised. There we go. Do this slowly so I don't accidentally destroy anything. Messed up that bus stop a little bit, but that's not a surprise. Those bus stops will find themselves. Plus the trees will help with some happiness. Turn off collision there for a hot second, because I know this whole high school is going to collide. Eventually I'll put a tram or something around here. Okay, and then really quick... Gonna take our bike lane. These ruining textures are always fun. What we might just need to do is just put some trees. We'll just ignore it. We'll ignore it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Come on. You like those trees? Me too, man. There we go. So this should hopefully help a little bit of biking in the city. There. Nice little entrance to the city right there. All right, and then we're gonna upgrade. Give them some biking. Down this side. All the cars having to be relocated. And then we'll stick some biking up this way. It's crazy, just like if you watch me put down stuff and like the cars have to move, and my game does not like that. That's so funny. All right, and then we'll run one last dedicated bike road. I can feel how slow my game is going. Oh, no! Fuck. No, I did. Oh my god, kill me. That's why I hate upgrading things. Nope, that's not the right one. There. Okay. It's gonna be a hot mess for a second with the hit play, but for right now. Okay, so I have some biking up and down. Some dedicated bike lanes, which is nice. That kind of run where it makes sense. See if we can catch anybody biking. The parking AI can be pretty taxing in these cases. Happens with my game too. Yeah, I mean, I know I can always turn it off. Like if I find that the parking AI becomes a little bit too much for my game to handle, I'll just turn it off. Oh, there's some bicyclists. Let's follow Grandma. I just saw, I think it was City Planner had posted the update that the, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the new company? Snowflake or Iceflake. Anyway, they posted something about their update to CS2 bikes. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I forget how broken the bikes were in City Skylines 2 when they were added. Of like, every single citizen ever rode a bike. And it was causing issues just all the way around. So that's been kind of updated, which has been nice. Okay, so where are you going, Grandma? Did you ride a bike from your... Oh, I liked the cars that were parked underground there. Go take a peek at that really quick. Boop. I think I said I just really didn't care with this one. There we go. Oh my gosh, all the floating cars. That's alright. There. Good enough. So it's at least in line with this. Every city became Amsterdam. It was a glorious mess. The funny Ice Flake, yes. Funny part is they were only added a few months ago. Yeah, it was, I mean, they're already making some pretty big changes, which is a huge positive. See how this bike path looks. But I mean, it's looking like the changes that they're making are going to be overall kind of positive. They made some UI changes that people didn't like, so they added, you know, legacy options like the toggle on and off, which I like. I think that's great. Again, I haven't played City Skylines 2 in, I think I played like 3 hours when it first came out. I haven't played since. I was trying to make, a video on their camera and like all the different camera options, but then I realized that the camera was so borked and they were using terminology for camera functions that only worked, they're like discuss physical changes to, it was a weird thing that they were electing to do with their camera, so I just kind of ignored it. But anyway, cool. I mean, you know, it's working. What do I want to put right here? Gotta put something right here. Put a restaurant. Ooh, does that happen to fit? No, because I have freaking Anarchy on. I was about to say, that's fantastic. Small office building. Again, so all of this is kind of entertainment and tourist. Oh, I can put a hotel. Oh, that's so close. I don't know what that is. Open air mall. So close. Open air mall phase 2. Contemporary Hamiltons. That's funny. Those are all going to be a little bit too big, which is kind of a bummer. Oh my god. Those are all lodges. Santa Lodge. I just want something small that'll go right there that kind of fits right by the freeway. Driving range. That's nice. Casino. Yep, there you go. Fountain. A small zoo, a hotel. I don't know that I just want a plaza. So let's go back here and let's look at these restaurants. No Mercy says it's bonkers how much Colossal Order kept messing up CS2 at this point. Exactly. I think sometimes you just have to make changes. And I'm not saying that Colossal Order was doing a good or a bad job. I'm just saying that, like, at some point you just have to make a change. Alright, so we're gonna stick... Like, that's just a lot of noise, which is really funny because I don't understand why it would be so much noise. One that fits well in this space. I think that has a lot of parking. I think that looks good. And honestly, just for continuity, I'm gonna put more parking down. I know I have a bigger parking lot than that. Parking garage, just like a whole garage right here. EV parking, some bike parking. And we'll put just do. I don't know what I want to put right here. It's kind of a funky area. Let's put just a little, like, weird playground thing here. Do. Huge sandbox. Should I just put a cannon in there? Put 2 trash cans. Alright, if we turn these all the same color, it shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Little park area. See if I can spell. Put a soccer goal there. Do. For some reason I thought I might have had a decal. But nope. That's okay. I hope those are not aligned. There we go. Not perfect, but not terrible. Cute. Alright, so we have some parking on both of these, which should hopefully help some of this street parking, which I hate. I understand why it's necessary. I don't like it. But I do think that we've, like, finally finished. Noise pollution was too high. You live on a farm. What do you expect? You elected to move there. I don't really know how to dampen this noise pollution. I could change these all to non-dirt roads. That might help a little bit, but you can see still I don't have any need for industry, so these aren't filling in yet, but hopefully that need will come soon. And then as soon as I can get that train, I mean, we're gonna get going. I really need to increase population next time, so I think what we should do the next time I stream is start moving this direction and get some higher density in here. And start really building out that density off of here. Let's take a quick look around at our natural resources. So we should also start doing some mining operations. So maybe we'll also get some mining done over in this area. Get some ore. Well, is it oil? Oil makes plastic. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of I can't do offshore drilling. But I can do some oil and some ore, and we can really kind of push that industry there. We'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing then to also put the oil here, because we have the train, and then the train can run and get both sets. Oil for plastic or for glass. Yeah, so we might just need to start really looking at both. But I think my number one thing I need to do is increase my population. And I think the best way to do it is to do some emerging downtown here. And then start going into full high density over this way. But that's not what we're doing for today. I think for today we're done. I think I'm gonna have to call it here. It's been, almost 3 hours, which is a pretty good stream. I have some other things I need to get done. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I had a ton of fun. I love City Skylines. I'm enjoying being back into it. Especially when, for the most part, it's going pretty well. Eventually, I'll put some more things here. But for right now, I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I think it's looking great. Let's see. You can put down the refining industry. So that's this zoning, right? Ore industry. Okay. You can put down the refining industry anywhere you have the raw oil and ore imported if you don't like the location or if you have a huge extraction operations. That is true. I totally can. That's something I could definitely kind of do. You are so right. I totally can. Especially, like, if I go on the other side of the river. I mean, look at this. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. You're so right. You're so right, folks. Okay. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to head out for the day, but I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you next time.